clout at Maritzburg. You know,
Yeah.
3 3/4 lengths, and really, you would think, why didn't we run it?
Yeah,
you know?
that probably you take those chances. But interesting, the All Is Secret, Captain L flying out the Group 1s again. And this is only a 3-year-old filly. Well done to Vaughan Marshall and Bucky's Bielefeld. This horse really is very talented. Another Group 1, she's only 3.
Bucky's couldn't have had a good evening.
No, the Storm has slaughtered them.
Gave them an absolute proper club, you know.
Yeah,
and
so
they played with no conviction, no game plan, the usual kick the up and unders, you know.
Yeah, that's
pathetic to
good
watch.
defence by the Stormers. But James, just touching on the runner-up, I was reading David Thistleton's article, and he said, well, Witcher running second here has kept Michael de Kock ahead of Sean Terry. Is that pretty accurate?
I think that's pretty close. Yeah, it's going to be a race to the line.
Great race to the line. Good, the last meeting, the big day, Champions Cup, Gold Cup. That should find out who's going to win the championship. It's been a great championship.
Never mind about that. You know what normally happens is that they have a Vol meeting or something on the 30th, or somewhere around there, which they start stepping out.
The boys are looking at the knobs.
In the merit-rated 86s to try and win that extra 30 grand to win the championship. But both of them would be worthy winners, although Sean never won a training championship.
Great
it would be fantastic for him.
Really?
Let's go and look at this this race, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Start hit the lever, they sprinting away in the Mercury Sprint, and What a Winter's right up there, so is Contador. That's pacing it with them in the early stages, and also well placed as Wild Type. All Is Secret, the grey, is among the leading group. They're followed by Captain Secret, who's also well positioned, and they're followed further back by Jackson. Not much covering the first 5 or 6 horses. Balsar is over on the inside. Then comes Copper Parade Moroccan. At this stage, Mike's Choice, Well Witcher, they 5-6 lengths off the leader. Then comes Royal Zulu Warriors, got about 7 or 8. Then comes Orbison. They move towards the 500 in the Mercury Sprint. All Is Secret and What a Winter. These are the two disputing the lead. Contador's now being asked to run. Then comes Jackson. Mike's Choice trying to make progress. All Is Secret, What a Winter. Well Witcher's come from nowhere. She's putting in a strong claim. What a Winter comes under pressure from All Is Secret. Well Witcher's running on. All Is Secret, What a Winter. But All Is Secret's finding more. All Is Secret's going on. And All Is Secret has won it. Well Witcher second. What a Winter third. Jackson fourth. And behind that one was Wild Type. The 3-year-old filly, All Is Secret, prevailed.
Yeah, great success. Mr. Miller, Mr. Eoster, the boys involved with this horse, James. We touched on it before the race. Superb effort again.
Yeah, I'm really pleased to see her win. She was the champion 2-year-old filly, and she really is a very, very good filly. Plumbed for this race, and ended up winning.
Jackson, very good run, James.
Jackson, fantastic run. I was thrilled to see him in the parade ring. He looks like he's back to himself. He's a magnificent horse. Yeah. And this was the sort of warm-up. I think he's going to run in the Champions Cup in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. And this will certainly bring him along the right way.
Yeah, certainly looks that way. Very, very well. Well done, as I say, to Vaughan Marshall, the whole team, and Bucky's on it. Now let's go international, James. There are 2 races we want to look at. One, because there was a bit of a heated controversy, I believe, about the objection or lack of it, or lack of the change of result. We'll have to. I haven't seen the race. I know that. And then we've got obviously Shay's run.
Well, so let's see what we've got first. We'll put them up and see which one. I think that we've got the Falmouth Stakes first, which is the fillies race. Now, what is interesting is a 4-horse race. This Sky Lantern had won at Royal Ascot and won like a champion. She tracks this filly, but she gets taken right across the race course by the winner. And you make up your mind whether they would have got the race in the inquiry room. I can tell you it was not upheld, the objection. It was overruled, and Richard Hughes on the second horse was pretty damn gum about it. He was chewing nails afterwards.
Chewing Bostic.
Yeah.
Puralong held up last of the quartet. So out in front, Elusive Kate, Sky Lantern just a length away, and now William Buick's got to decide on the front end when he wants to increase the pace. He's gradually doing so. Elusive Kate by a length, Sky Lantern a flick of the reins in second place. Giofra is third, Puralong is fourth. So now we're getting towards the business end. Can Elusive Kate run the finish out of Sky Lantern? Richard Hughes still just trying to hold his 3-year-old filly together. In third place is Giofra. Elusive Kate's now going for everything, hanging off the rails. Sky Lantern taking a while to get by Elusive Kate, struggling struggling to run straight, carrying Sky Lantern towards the centre. Puralong and Giofra. Elusive Kate continues to be in front from Sky Lantern. Elusive Kate's carried Sky Lantern over on the far side, but he's holding her at the line. It is Elusive Kate, first past the post in the Falmouth. From in second place, Sky Lantern. Giofra was third.
Well, that's amazing. That is amazing. The result stood.
Yeah.
James, it's amazing. You know, you're driving your car and someone someone drifts his car in front of you, and this was taken across the course.
Well, I would have called that major intimidation. And the interesting thing is that Hughes said afterwards he was shocked that they never took it away. And in fact, he said that he never rode the filly the last 100 metres because he was sure that he would get the race after that horse taking him across. It's just, in fact, the comment in the Sporting Post was it would have been upheld anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it looked like a travesty.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that was that one. We thought it would be interesting, and that might cause a little discussion at home there between you and your wife and your kids. But let's move on and go and have a look at the Darley July Cup and see what you think of this.
Gale Force 10 Society Rock. Shay now finds himself in traffic. The nose-banded horse just ahead of Sham Express is on the rails. Soul Power held up. Just preceding that one is Havelock. So Lethal Force. Adam Kirby leads by a length from Slade Power in second. Hamza's Blue Headgear in third. Society Rock tracks the leaders on the stand side with Gale Force 10. Shay and Sham Express the next two from Soul Power. Out towards the centre. Havelock has a bit to do. Sovereign Dead under pressure. Anzanetto. Furlong and a half to go. Lethal Force again making the best of his way home. Society Rock, Sham Express, Gale Force 10. Shay is now out in the clear. It's Lethal Force who leads. Society Rock, Slade Power and Shay in pursuit. Soul Power angling out for a last challenge. It's Lethal Force, however, who is keeping going again. Lethal Force from Society Rock, Shay and Slade Power. Darley July Cup to Lethal Force. Society Rock second, Slade Power, Shay and Soul Power. The next three home.
Yeah, close finish. Very close finish. He had to move over, James.
Yeah, he moved up really, really well, quickly. He got to them very quickly. You know, I've always had a theory that when a horse runs his best race, first run after a long rest, the second race can be a flat run. And this looked to me like that, you know.
James, he beat the horse who beat him at Ascot.
He did. He beat him easily.
He
but
beat,
the two horses that
beat
ran.
Soul Power. So he turned it around with Ascot, with the one we really wanted to win. And he's run another very good race. The leader just kept rolling, James.
Yeah, the leader, obviously a very good horse. He won the Golden Jubilee. So he's top class. But what interests me is how quickly Shay moved up and then just became one pace. But it was still listen, Group 1s in England, they don't give them to you. They're very difficult to win. Maybe he'll go the Prix de l'Abbé in France, and I think
he goes for that.
That's where he'll win. 1,000 metres in France on a flat track, he'll be hard to beat.
Didn't VAR win that?
VAR won that. Yeah.
VAR won that, yeah.
It's a very, very good. It's probably the sprint championship of the year, the Prix de l'Abbé. So let's see if he goes there. That would be fantastic for us, for him to go over and give those froggies a little smacking, warming up. And I think we're going to take a little bit of a break now, and we'll be back with the rest of current affairs.
Welcome back. Well, over the weekend, James, got a bit of news for you, but let's start off with the Cloverflay had their sale. They had a farm sale, which is in its third year, and it's an idea that the horses that haven't been sold or later maturing horses will be sold down there, and they ship buyers in from all over, mainly the trainers, which was wonderful to see trainers from all parts of the world coming down there, James. A very good sale.
Yeah, interesting. They did about, 3.8 million?
3.8 million for 70 lots.
70 lots.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good going.
Big improvement from when they started, and it's really well run. It's well organised.
Well, now, just talking about that, is it that real well run? I hear that the bus trip was quite interesting, to say the least. It was like the Tour de Asia.
Tour de Asia. Well, what happened was they sent buses to pick up different people, and it was, as I say, was well handled by John and Knowles. They did a wonderful job.
Knowles driving?
No, Knowles.
Well, that's what he should be doing. He's a bus
Knowles.
driver.
We got in the bus. We was Kevin and Ellison Wright, Robbie Hill, myself, Jane Thomas, and Gavin Van Zyl. And pelting rain in Cape Town, and we took 5.5 hours to get there. We got completely lost. Our driver, who was from the local, took us to the wrong place. It was a gravel road that looked like Beirut. He picked the wrong Excelsior place. He did a 37-point turn. Can you imagine Prince now? getting cabin fever because he can't smoke.
Oh no, it must have been terrible.
Prince was lovely. The
How
rights
was Jane Thomas not being able to?
well, she had a half a litre of water and she was dying for a loo. Her legs were crossed like a new cook sister. We just had to find a toilet for her. But the rights were fine because they won the big race at Borrowdale.
Yeah.
So
they were
was
cruising.
fine. Yeah, they were cruising. Cabin fever in front.
Yeah.
The driver, we were on the phone to everybody except the guys who own Garmin. We got sent this way, that way, this way, that way. And we got there. Once John got hold of the phone, we got there.
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours later, and there was our friend Matthew Sham, the barman, waiting for all of us.
Thank God.
Thank God. But a wonderful, they had a trip all around in pouring rain, all around the bushveld of Cape Town.
Well, you know, if you'd had a couple of 404s, you might have been able to shoot something.
Oh, well, a couple of beers at least. A couple of
Well,
beers
tell
in
them
the
to
car.
organise a wonderful trip and that, but you know, a cooler box in the bus is quite a nice thing to have, isn't it?
Because Prince had a cognac on the aeroplane.
Yeah.
So he just got the taste for it. And Prince wanted to drink badly, as he always does.
And the smoke.
The smoke was killing him. Cabin fever. He should have said, "But don't you know where you're going?" He shouted at the driver. I said, "Prince, keep it tidy, you know." So we had a good laugh. It took 5.5 hours to get there, but it was a great show. Well done to everyone involved with it. As I say, John and Nolsey did a wonderful job entertaining everybody.
Well, these racing trips, let's move on, are the business, okay? And the big racing trip of the year where everyone goes who's got anything to do with racing, and even if you haven't got anything to do with horse racing, is the Racing Masters, which is held straight after Champions Cup Day.
World Cup Day.
28th, 29th, 30th, and the 1st of August. And they got a couple of spots. Graham Hawkins tells me they're pretty close to full, but if you would like to go on it, you know, to Phil Giorgio, Graham Hawkins.
We'll all go there. You'll get hold of any of those guys. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Ever since I've gone, there's no chance of me winning the green jacket. But what I do like, James, the first day you play and you have a great game, and if you play well, you get paired off. So the first year I got paired off with Michael de Kock, a very good player. And we had a great time. He got one of his relatives to caddy for us, Diane de Croc.
Yeah,
and the next year I got up with the Greek hang glider, Lucky Udalarkas. You know, so you have a lot of fun, you know, with racing people, and you have a great laugh. It really is good fun, and it's competitive but humorous.
I hear this year there's a new innovation, okay, a new jacket.
What's it?
It's called the purple jacket, which I hear you odds on for.
I must be one of the favourites.
The champion drinkers jacket.
Oh, and is Lucky going?
Lucky's going.
I'll be under pressure.
There'll be a bit of a fight between
There'll be a bit of fight. And there's a white jacket for the ladies. The ladies have their own thing. It really, really is a nice time of the year at a wonderful venue. So if you can, get hold of Graham Hawkins or Phil or someone like that and say, I've got to get on this trip. It's a wonderful trip in a few weeks' time.
The only other bit of news, New Approach, who travels as shuttled to Australia a couple of times. He's a Sarah Dawn Approach, and he's really been a fantastic sire in Northern Hemisphere. His youngsters are just starting in Australia. He's not shuttling this year. Darley said not going.
No, it's too valuable.
Well, I think that they say that he doesn't like a real big book of mares. He's a bit like me.
Yes.
You know, you just got to have a few mares, that's all, and then you're satisfied. And
you didn't go to a barren patch, did you?
No, not
at all.
No.
Oh, you're very, very lucky. Well, there we go. Talking about studs, New Approach and James. And New Approach ain't going down to the Australians, just staying in Ireland. What else, James? Anything else?
No, I think it's pretty much it. We've got really the big race to look forward to, the big race meeting, which is Champions Day, and it's been a fantastic season, Lef. You know, when you look at the July, we're going to do the July preview in York Hall, where they've put together this fabulous footage on the July and what it's all about. We were meant to have a minister was meant to come and join us.
That's right.
Not an ordained minister. You weren't going to get
one of the MECs. Yeah, he was unfortunately unable to make it. He was going to come and talk to us about the Dundee July, as it's called now. It's becoming a very, very big event that Gold Circle always...
I'm really surprised we haven't been invited to the Dundee July. You know, I got the right type of horse for that race. You know,
who have you got?
I don't know, but I'll find something.
They turn out in their thousands. I believe it's really, really good. I know the chairman, Robert Mavis, goes up with a few guys, and a few of the directors go up. And unfortunately, we couldn't get him here.
Well, I haven't got anything good enough for the Vodacom July, so maybe the Dundee July would be, you know, sort of in my sort of ballpark.
It's next weekend too. For those of you who don't know, it's next weekend, the Dundee Derby. So it would have been nice to have the minister in, but not to be.
Okay, so if you want to go up to Dundee next weekend, you can go and have a look at this race. What's the story? Is you just
Yeah, I think you just got to get hold of someone like one of the management team here at Gold Circle. Give them a tinkle if you want to go to the Dundee Julans, they call it, and get up there.
Do you think we'll get Striker riding in it, or you know?
I believe Striker's been riding work for the race. That's right. He's been up in Dundee.